The mirror between you and reality. Have you ever felt like life reflects back exactly what you put into it? Your beliefs, emotions, and actions. This isn't just poetic language. The concept of the quantum mirror suggests that reality itself functions like a cosmic reflection. When you shift your internal state, the external world responds in kind. Unlike ordinary mirrors that only reflect your physical form, the quantum mirror symbolizes how your thoughts, energy, and decisions reshape the reality you experience. Rooted in quantum theory, neuroscience, and timeless spiritual wisdom, this idea bridges modern science and ancient philosophy. What is the quantum mirror? A deep dive. The quantum mirror is more than just a poetic metaphor. It's a framework for understanding why your internal state of mind, beliefs, and emotions shape the external reality you experience. Think of it as a cosmic reflection. Just as a physical mirror shows you your body, the quantum mirror reflects your consciousness. The quantum physics perspective. Observer effect in quantum mechanics. Particles such as electrons don't exist in one fixed state. Instead, they exist in a probability cloud, meaning they can take multiple forms at once, a phenomenon known as superposition. When no one is observing, the system is open-ended. When observation occurs, the wave of possibilities collapses into one outcome. This is called the observer effect, and it suggests that the act of conscious observation influences physical reality. Applied to the quantum mirror, this means your attention, focus, and awareness shape which version of reality collapses into your lived experience. You don't create reality from nothing, but you select it from infinite probabilities. The psychological perspective. Cognitive filters. Your brain doesn't process reality in an objective way. It filters it. One of the strongest examples is confirmation bias, where your mind seeks out evidence that matches your existing beliefs. If you believe people can't be trusted, you will unconsciously notice betrayal, dishonesty, and signs of disloyalty, even if trust is also present. If you believe opportunities are everywhere, you'll notice job postings, chance encounters, and helpful connections that others overlook. The quantum mirror, in this sense, works through your reticular activating system, RAS, a network in the brainstem that filters information. Out of the millions of inputs around you, the RAS highlights only what aligns with your focus and self-image. Applied, when you shift your beliefs and identity, your brain literally reorganizes perception, allowing you to see and act upon a new version of reality. The spiritual perspective, as within, so without. Many spiritual traditions teach that reality is not separate from consciousness, it reflects it. The Hermetic principle of correspondence states, as within, so without. As above, so below. Buddhism emphasizes that the mind is everything, what you think you become. In Hindu philosophy, Maya describes reality as an illusion shaped by perception. These teachings converge on the same truth. Your external experiences are mirrors of your internal vibration, thoughts, and energy. The quantum mirror becomes a spiritual law. When you shift within, life reorganizes to match your new state of being. How the quantum mirror works. Identity shift. Who you believe you are sets the baseline for what's possible. Belief shift. Beliefs act as filters, highlighting matching evidence and hiding contradictions. Energy shift. Your emotional state broadcasts frequencies, confidence versus fear, gratitude versus scarcity, and the world responds with aligned experiences. Reality shift. These changes ripple outward, reorganizing circumstances, opportunities, and relationships to align with your new frequency. How a shift plays out in real life. Imagine two people walk into the same networking event. Person A thinks, I'm socially awkward. No one will talk to me. Their body language is closed off. They avoid eye contact and leave unnoticed. Person B thinks, I'm magnetic and bring value to every room. They smile, approach others confidently, and walk away with new connections. The event is the same, but the quantum mirror reflected back different realities because each person projected a different identity and energy. The quantum mirror teaches us that reality is not static, it's responsive. Just as a physical mirror reflects your body, the quantum mirror reflects your inner self. Change what's inside, and the outside world can't help but rearrange to match it. Why reality shifts when you do. Reality isn't something happening to you. It's something happening through you. Like a painter facing a blank canvas, your tools, beliefs, emotions, and identity determine the picture that emerges. The quantum mirror metaphor helps us see how changing the brush we're holding changes the entire landscape of our lives. Here's how each layer works in detail. Beliefs shape perception. Your beliefs are like tinted glasses. You don't see reality as it is. You see it as you are. The science. Psychology calls this confirmation bias. Your brain looks for evidence that validates what you already believe. The reticular activating system, RAS, in your brain filters millions of inputs, prioritizing only what aligns with your expectations. The effect. If you believe opportunities are scarce, your mind will highlight rejection, failure, and lack. But when you adopt the belief that opportunities exist everywhere, your mind suddenly spots openings, connections, and synchronicities you previously ignored. Example: 2 job seekers apply to the same company. One believes no one is hiring right now, so they submit a weak application and expect rejection. The other believes there's always someone looking for talent, so they research, network, and approach confidently. Both step into the same objective reality, but each experiences a different outcome because their beliefs filtered what they saw and how they acted. Beliefs don't just describe reality, they sculpt it. Energy resonance at the quantum level, everything vibrates. Your thoughts and emotions generate measurable frequencies that ripple into the environment. The science. Quantum physics shows that particles resonate and interact based on frequency. In human terms, this aligns with research on emotional contagion. Our energy affects those around us, influencing how they respond. The effect: fear, anger, and doubt send out a low frequency, attracting conflict or stagnation. Gratitude, confidence, and joy send out a high frequency, magnetizing supportive people and better circumstances. Example: have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt tension, even before anyone spoke? That's energy resonance at play. Now flip it. When you enter with enthusiasm and openness, people mirror that energy back, creating opportunities that wouldn't exist if you showed up withdrawn. Life is an echo chamber. The frequency you emit determines the frequency you receive. Identity creates reality, perhaps the deepest level of the quantum mirror. You cannot live beyond the story you tell yourself about who you are. The psychology. This ties into self-concept and identity-based habits, as described by James Clear in Atomic Habits. Your brain works to stay consistent with your self-image. The effect. If your identity is, I'm unlucky or I'm not good enough, your actions, tone, and decisions unconsciously sabotage success. But when your identity shifts to I'm resourceful, capable, and worthy, your choices align with that truth, and reality bends to reinforce it. Example: imagine 2 students. One sees themselves as a bad learner, so they procrastinate, give up quickly, and confirm that identity. Another sees themselves as a curious problem solver, so they persist, ask questions, and eventually excel. Same school, same teacher, but radically different results because each one's identity wrote the script of their reality. The world reflects not what you want, but who you believe you are. Bringing it all together, when you shift your beliefs, mental filters, your energy, emotional frequency, and your identity, self-concept, the quantum mirror of reality must reorganize to match. Beliefs decide what you notice. Energy influences what you attract. Identity locks in what you become. Change these inner coordinates, and you step into a new version of reality that was always there, waiting for you to align with it. The science behind the quantum mirror. While the quantum mirror is often discussed metaphorically, several scientific principles support the idea. Observer effect. In quantum mechanics, the act of observation collapses probability into reality. Your attention directs energy, neuroplasticity. The brain literally rewires itself based on repeated thoughts and behaviors. Change your inner script and your perception of reality changes. Reticular activating system, RAS. A neural filter that prioritizes information. Change your goals and beliefs, and your brain starts noticing opportunities aligned with them. Reality may not instantly morph around you, but your perception changes so radically that your world truly shifts. Practical ways to use the quantum mirror. The quantum mirror responds not to wishes or abstract intentions, but to the consistent alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and identity. Here's how to apply it in everyday life. Rewrite your inner script. Your internal dialogue is the programming language of your quantum mirror. If your mind constantly runs on "I can't," "I'm not enough," or "I always fail," then reality reflects that limitation. How to practice. Keep a daily belief journal. Write down disempowering thoughts, then rewrite them in a growth-oriented way. Example. Replace "I'm terrible at public speaking" with "I'm learning to communicate with clarity and confidence." Why it works. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity. Your brain physically rewires in response to repeated thoughts. Over time, new beliefs feel natural, and your mirror shifts to reflect them. By rewriting your script, you're literally updating the program that reality responds to. Visualization as calibration. Visualization isn't just imagination, it's mental rehearsal. Studies show that athletes who visualize practice activate the same neural pathways as those who physically train. How to practice. Spend 5 to 10 minutes daily visualizing yourself already living the reality you want. Don't just see it, feel it. What emotions, confidence, and energy would you radiate in that version of reality? Why it works. Visualization. Calibrates your nervous system to act as if the goal is already achieved. Your subconscious brain doesn't distinguish vividly imagined experiences from real ones, so it starts aligning behaviors automatically. Visualization is not fantasy. It's tuning your frequency to match the reality you desire. Emotional mastery. Your emotional state is the vibration you broadcast to the quantum mirror. If you consistently emit fear, anger, or doubt, you'll receive mirrored situations that match those states. How to practice. Pause before reacting. When triggered, ask, what frequency am I sending right now? Practice gratitude daily. List 3 things you're thankful for. Cultivate high-energy emotions like courage, curiosity, and confidence through breathing exercises, affirmations, or uplifting music. Why it works. Emotions shape not only your inner chemistry, hormones, stress responses, but also how others perceive and respond to you. This creates self-fulfilling cycles that either elevate or drag you down. Master your emotions, and you master the frequency that reality mirrors back. Identity. Shift rituals. Your deepest mirror is identity, the story of who you think you are. Reality always bends to reinforce this identity. How to practice. Identify the version of you who already lives your desired reality, e.g., confident leader, successful artist, peaceful parent. Adopt micro-behaviors from that identity daily. For example, want to be healthier? Start walking 10 minutes daily as your fit self. Want to be a confident speaker? Practice speaking to an empty room as if it's full of people. Why it works. Psychologist James Clear notes, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. When your behaviors align with your desired identity, the mirror reflects it back in external results. Reality responds not to who you say you want to be, but to who you consistently act as. The quantum mirror is not abstract philosophy, it's a tool. By rewriting your inner script, visualizing daily, mastering emotions, and shifting identity through action, you force reality to reorganize itself around your new state of being. Just like changing, your reflection requires moving yourself, not the mirror. The way to shift reality is to first shift you. Common misunderstandings. It's not magic. The quantum mirror doesn't bypass action. It amplifies aligned action. It's not instant. Just as a gym workout doesn't produce muscles overnight. Identity shifts take time before reality fully reflects them. It's not manipulation. The mirror reflects your authenticity. Pretending without belief yields no shift. Why this matters more than ever in today's fast-changing world. External conditions are unpredictable. The quantum mirror reminds us that your greatest leverage lies within. By shifting your mindset, energy, and identity, you stop waiting for reality to change, and instead cause it to change. This isn't just philosophy. It's a call to reclaim agency. When you transform within, life reorganizes to mirror your new self. Looking into the quantum mirror, reality is not fixed. It's fluid, responsive, and deeply tied to your state of being. The quantum mirror is a reminder that you are not merely a passenger in life. You are both the sculptor and the sculpture. Shift your beliefs. Shift your energy. Shift your identity. Reality will follow.